Hi guys, welcome to It's Dan K. My name is Dan K. We're having a look at Windows 8, and I realize that a lot of you guys are probably pretty shocked at just how different this is to the normal Windows 7. One of the first things you'll notice is the Start key is actually gone, which is, I don't know why they've reduced the functionality there. It doesn't make sense. Because now, if I want to run something, I'd have to actually go, let's say I want to get Google search up. I just go Windows Q, Google, and then, Google Chrome or Google Search. Brings up the application. Pretty cool. But I don't know, if you can't get your head around that, then you'd want the start button back. Obviously, there's a few things where I just keep going to the start panel and there's nothing there. It's now, if you go Windows C, it's now your chance bar over here. So it's a bit different in terms of how you use it. You'll have three main things. You'll have Windows Q, Windows D, and Windows C. So Windows D is obviously desktop, and then Windows C is the charm bar, and Windows Q is the applications that you've got there. So that's all you really need to know. Those are the three main shortcuts in my mind anyway. So this is pretty much your start menu. You can customize this in most ways. The biggest way that it sort of kills me is that they haven't allowed us to customize this background here. Now I don't see, because these aren't transparent squares, like these are just full block squares. So you could pretty much have any background here and it wouldn't inhibit your use of this system. It would still look good, and it would in fact be more customizable, which is what I would like to see. It absolutely kills me that they haven't allowed us to change this. Instead, if I go Windows C and then I go settings, change PC settings, it doesn't let you change this. It lets you have like a whole bunch of squiggly stuff that is totally random and kind of a bit strange. So that kills me. I mean, I don't see any purpose of them not allowing you to change that, other than they just want to keep the experience a bit more uniform. But tweaks will come out to change that, hopefully. Lock screen, same thing. I mean, my computer hardly goes to the lock anyway, so I don't really see this that often. And account picture, so you can just change all that stuff, which is pretty cool. So yeah, there's that. No big difference there. I mean, you can zoom out and like switch things around. You can rename these things. I've just renamed them as so. And there are plenty of applications out there. I haven't downloaded all like that I wanted to, but this will get much larger over time. And yeah, that's pretty much the basics for Windows 8. I mean, there's some stuff that doesn't work. The one that first comes to mind is Internet Explorer. I don't know why it doesn't work for me, but it doesn't. I go onto it and it's like, I've stopped working, and it's like, okay, cool. Which case you go, please close yourself, and then it just keeps going. It's like, wait, no, I've stopped working, and then you're like, yes, I understand that you don't work, and then it's like, hey, discover the new Windows 8. Set us as your default browser for a fast and fluid browsing experience, and it just comes up with all these sort of lovely boxes, and you try to close it and it's just like still crashing. So yeah, there's that. That doesn't work very well. And the thing that kills me is that now if I want to get Windows 7, Windows Explorer, no, Internet Explorer. Oh, I'm just terrible at typing today, aren't I? Alright, so if I go like here, Windows Explorer, okay, they're like, oh yeah, make us your default browser. There's nothing here for me to repair Windows. I can't download a raw file, and then usually in Windows, if you download a raw file and you're like, hey, I want to fix this, issue, there's just nothing here. So, even if I go down here and it's like, read support topics, I'm just reading about someone else's issues, and there's nothing for me to really download it and try and fix it myself. Essentially, if I go into here, Windows Q, Internet Explorer, and I'm like, hey, I want to install this so I can reinstall it to fix it, right? So if I go uninstall, it brings you to this thing by default, instead of actually uninstalling the program for you. And none of this it's not even here. Like Internet Explorer is not even here, so you can't even uninstall it. So yeah, if someone wants to help me with that, please do. Feel free to leave a comment in the section below. All my games work, which is great. Like that works, League of Legends works, and I'm getting PlanetSide 2 beta, whatever you say, depending on where you're from. So I'm getting that, and I'll be playing that as well, which should be fun. And that's pretty much. There's not much to Windows 8. I can understand why people are struggling with it, but I mean, it's just not that complex. it's just a whole row of icons. It's like, you know, how can you get a row of icons wrong? I mean, there's live information as well. So I've got the global soccer application, and I mean this content will improve, I suppose. Uh, this is the default one actually from Windows, which is actually not bad because it shows you all the scores and stuff like that. Doesn't exactly show you news as you'd want it. Like there's just one big thing here, and you can sort of change it, but And that's pretty much it. If you have any questions for me on Windows 8, I do know more than most. I've actually been officially trained at Microsoft HQ in Sydney on how to use this operating system, and I've been through Brisbane, Sydney, and Melbourne, pretty much doing the roadshows, so showing everyone our latest ASUS products on the laptops and stuff like that. So this was more of my first personal experience in a very unofficial way, sort of commentating on it. There's obviously, I feel anyway, room for improvement. First thing that they can do is just let us change this background, please. If I can change it to like a ROG picture that I've taken, then cool. Like this is an ROG picture I've taken, and that would look awesome on here with like black tiles. But no, they won't let us do that, which is really frustrating. I don't understand it myself. And yeah, so that's Windows 8 at the moment. There's a lot of work, in my opinion, for them to do on it. And yeah, if you've got any questions for me, please do feel free. Just go into the comments section below and ask. So it's been Dan K. Do subscribe to our channel, especially this one, and the ASUS ROG Australia, which is the channel I also look after. So I look after Republic of Gamers in Australia. And yeah, do have a check out of both those channels, and if you've got any questions for Windows 8, as I mentioned, shoot me a question down below. It's been Dan K for another episode. I will see you guys next time.